Hey, what's going on, fellow money lovers? Let's go through my pocket money, see if we find anything worth, well, at least more than face value. Starting off with the Series 2013 $1 note. It is beat up, so if it were collectible, that would definitely detract from the value. Condition's kind of 9/10 of the law. I like to look at the serial numbers, nothing really crazy in this one. Of course, looking for patterns, birthday notes, star notes, ladder notes where it's going in ascending or descending order, and then crazy stuff. Misprints, ink issues, fold over errors, gutter errors. If you don't know what some of those things are, then check out my website, varietyerrors.com. Anyway, enough pandering, right? Nothing on the front of that bill, nothing on the back. I like to check out where the Great Seal is depicted on either side, as well as just the general layout of the bill. See if there's kind of misprinting going on. This one's been stepped on and wet. You can just tell from the discoloration and the rippling in it. 2017. Nothing really jumping out there. Usually when you have this kind of blending of color, it's harder to see in the camera. But maybe, there you go. Kind of like how it's smeared. This is typically damage to the note, because if you can tell, right here there's already a fold, although it wasn't folded for very long. And then generally, due to moisture hitting the note, it has smearing in the ink like that. And nothing in the serial number. A couple of 8s, couple of 4s. Can't really talk. And Series 2013, another one. This one's not bad condition despite being kind of worn with its age. Believe it or not, 2013 Series $1 notes would be considered old for $1 notes. Little bit of a press through or wet ink transfer of that coat of Washington, but not enough for me to hold on to. Series 2017, huge run in this one. This is probably the best condition $1 note so far. Very clear. Kind of looks like a thumbprint almost, right below N. Nothing the serial number on this one either. So we'll keep on keeping on. Man, this would have been awesome to have 6-1 and then all zeros, then 6-1 or 1-6. Kind of bookends basically, and a radar note if it was 1-6 where it could be read forward and backward. So a few digits off, somebody, if they know what they're looking for, would have something decent. And on the 0 third from the left there, it's a little excess ink going on. So this thing had a couple things going on, but I'm a few digits short. And this over ink is not really dramatic enough for me to hold on to. Now, if it was partially filled, I've found ones with that, then I'd hold on to it, since that's usually worth a few bucks over face value. Other than that, nothing really crazy with it, nothing on the back. 2017A, also really large comparatively to 2017 just by itself. Kind of a scarred up lip on Washington there, but that just looks like some ballpoint pen or something. Nice condition though, nothing there. Still $1, right? Ah, 666, no! Nothing else in the serial number. I would have actually accepted if this 0 wasn't there and we had 1 or 4 or vice versa. Drop the 1 and have another 0 to make it a trinary note. But even then it's kind of reaching, and I wouldn't say it's worth anything over face value, but would be collectible if you like trinary notes. 2013 series. Real beat though. You can see where this thing's been folded a bunch of times and really jacked up. Nothing on the back there. Another decent condition note, but this one's been folded. Looks like somebody tried to make an airplane out of it. Anyway, I also like to look at the seals, both for the Federal Reserve seal as well as the Treasury seal itself, Department of the Treasury. Sometimes those can be shifted, but when they are, they generally, when the Department of the Treasury seal has shifts in it, you generally see that coincide with the serial numbers being shifted, almost in the same pattern, since they're done during during the same process of the printing process. Sorry, I got a little excited, but I wanted to finish my sentence there. Nice little star note. Love me some replacement notes. I know if you watch all my videos, I make a ton of them. I think I have like close to 800 videos or something. So you probably are like, man, he finds a lot of star notes. But you got to remember, I look through notes a lot. And in a lot of cases, I'll just go to the bank and go, hey, let me get a strap of old ones, fives, and then go through those. I have better luck than some of you guys that post and find these brand new straps of ones, for example, that are all star notes. I wish I had your luck like that. But I find better luck in the beat up, worn out, trashy notes, man. Anyway, nice star note, really good condition despite a little corner dings and stuff. Star notes, if they have cool serial numbers, generally can sell for a few dollars over face value in this case of a dollar, usually like $3 to $5. But I've seen them go for more with really good serial numbers, or if they got funky stuff going on with the print. But I'll set that one aside, nothing on the back. And a couple digits away from a trinary note here with this one as well. Kind of cool with the spread out eights. I love these fives post redesign in the early 2000s. Hey, somebody had some, I don't know what's going on here. They're just using this five as a piece of note paper, so that kills it if it was collectible. That definitely hurts the value, but nothing on the front or back. Getting through there, we're well over halfway. I got a good mix though, which is cool now that I'm looking at it. 363 18660. Nothing on this $10 bill, but the first 10. So that's cool. Love the color changing ink usage on, well, a couple different countries use that actually, but in this case, US banknotes. And nothing there, but a great depiction of the US Treasury. Yeah, 4848 and a 47 in the beginning there. Would have been nice to have kind of a repetitious 47 or 48 kind of deal going on. That would have been a good repeater serial number and worth some good value over $10 if it was in good shape. Back of the note, who knows? Cigarettes laid on it. Who has any idea? You know, it looks like burn marks almost, but it could just be discoloration from whatever. Nice previously drenched $1 note. I can tell that because it's all thinned out. You can't feel that through the camera, of course, but you can tell just from the rippling in it and wrinkles in it and stuff. It's real beat up. It's hard to tell if any ink issues would be on that due to that damage. Yeah, a little dotted forehead. He's got like a mole going on in his forehead on Washington. Just some free debris from the previous owner. Little over ink. Let me zoom in so you're not like, what is he talking about? Little over ink here on this 6. You can tell from here how it's kind of fat. Not the same up here, so it only affected this part. So the little die, rotary die, that prints the serial numbers was just inked extra in a spot, but not enough to hold on to. And beat up on the back. 2 digit or so off from a broken ladder. People really like collecting those too. I like broken ladders. This one is trash. Look at that. But still good to spend, so I'll figure out something to spend that on. The back of it's nothing to call home about. It's also real beat up. 12, 15. A little bit of over inking going on. This is usually wet ink transfer, or it just got super laid down with ink when it got printed. Generally, though, if you see it running across Washington's face in this case, it's when they set the bills wet after printing and cutting the sheet into singular bills. They set them on top of each other prematurely from drying, and it'll transfer some of the ink over. If it's dramatic, you can sell them as basically an error note, kind of a over ink, so to speak, or misprint. Yeah, a little bit of an odometer going on the 08 on the end. That's where they sit a little high. If they're real dramatic, those can sell for good value too. Usually, just depends on how much of a degree they're off. Yeah, 059, 095. Would have liked something in the middle here. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. It almost looks like somebody carved their initial in there, right? Nothing there popping out. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No 7. That would have been awesome. We were 1 digit off from a broken ladder. This one's a little bit of crappy condition to it, but nonetheless, still cool. Bunch of ink on the back, probably from marking it at the bank or wherever. What kind of a... Technically, it's a birthday note. Somebody was born in February 5th of the year 167, right? Lots of people love birthday notes. I mean, obviously they would like it to be birthdays of someone that, is a loved one, a friend, whatever, fellow collector. And people love to buy those. Like if it was May 3rd, 1989, that'd be my birthday. And I'd love to have that note. So those are really popular birthday notes. In this case, this is like an ancient birthday note predating the U.S. I like to keep it during U.S. history personally. If it's going to be a date note and then or a birthday note of a historically important figure, or in any case, a family member or whatever. And then most notably, people are going to collect notes that have really big dates, wars, presidents being elected that they like, whatever, and birthday notes. In this case, more of a joke than anything else, but something to keep an eye out for, a good example of something to keep an eye out for. Getting down there, last few notes. Hey, you got a 50. Whoa. That's going to go straight to bills. Anyway, 2006 series $10 note, so a little older. You can see nothing different graphically. A little smudged up on the signature, but from the condition, look at this thing. It's probably just moisture damage that kind of over time has made that lettering smudge around. You can see how it is beat up. Sooner or later, this will get taken out of circulation when it hits a bank. But nothing on this note. Last few, we'll get that 50 off. We'll do these fives at the same time. Why not? You zoom back out a little bit so you can see. Bam. All right, let's start with the top one. They are both from Series 2013. Not really crazy far off serial number-wise. Nothing in the serial number on either. Little bit of a shift down in the seal here, but not enough or obscuring something else where I'm going to hold on to it. Let's flip them over, reverse side of the note, or back. See, nothing really jumping out. This one's got a little bit of an over-ink from that serial number from the front of the note, but I don't really hold on to them unless you can see the whole serial number through the back of the note. So nothing on those two. Let's get this bad boy in here, a little grant action. Love the 2s, love the 7s, the rest of it leaves some to be desired. It is an older $50 note, considered older, 1996, which is really cool, pre the redesign of the 50. You can see a lot of differences between newer 50s and this guy here. And then I get some free Scotch tape. Look at that. So I love it. Beat up $50 note, it's going to go right to some sort of bill because it's nothing for me to hold on to, and somebody wrote on it. Thank you so much. Other than that, we did come across a kind of funny, technically a date note or birthday note, but more importantly, a nice little replacement note or star note. At the end of the video, I will go to a website I like, and I will show you how to look them up and get a little more info on the star note. But jump into the comments below and let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately. I love hearing about them. I try to get to everybody in comments, and keep an eye out for more videos down the road. Thank you so much. I will see you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys. All right, so we hopped over to My Currency Collection. We'll input the serial number. This will give us some extra info on this bill. It has a run size of 1.9 million. It's a regular note, and the total printed was 8.8 million. Now, if these numbers were smaller, it could be a little more rare of a note. We'll drop down to general info. That'll give us a little bit more, well, general info. Printed at the Fort Worth facility, and the ones that are really more rare are these ones that are sheet notes. And if you want to know the difference between regular notes and sheet notes, then check out my other video on them. This is not a duplicate note, but those are ones that you can look for as well. This one would be kind of your standard star note, worth a few bucks over face value. All right, see you later.